Um, I think it's a lot of the surroundings changed as far as how people look at me now. But those who were in my life before know that I haven't changed and I don't plan on changing. I'm still the same guy, just another ranger to my guys in the battalion. And they behind closed doors we still joke and they give me a hard time, so to speak. And it's nice that they don't, in my ranger community, they treat me as one of the guys still.
What do you mean they give you a hard time?
Just, oh man, you got to get all dressed up and go to another thing. And I said, yeah, it's nice, but I enjoy the time spending with them as well.
But do you feel like you thought about how you've changed over the last few years? Have you thought about that because of what you brought?
I think it's actually made me stronger, and it's given me a better outlook on there's more to life than just money and fame. And a lot of my heroes actually instilled that into me prior to that, but I mean, it just opened my eyes a lot more that there's more rewarding things out there than money. So I guess a way to put it is I had the opportunity to get out of the military. I had a lot of great job opportunities, and this was back in 2009, and phenomenal job opportunities, in fact. And I looked at it, and it weighed heavy. But at the end of the day, it said, what's going to make me happy? And I said, those jobs are still going to be there when I do decide to get out. I'm going to do what I can now to continue my service, which I hold very dear to me.
Jeff Van Sam with HRT Fox. Pretty simple question. Do you see yourself as a hero?
I don't think anyone can actually see themselves as a hero. It's always others looking at them. But one thing that keeps me motivated is I got my own heroes. And so I guess that would make them superheroes. But it's the others that see me as a hero. I see myself as one of the guys, one of the Rangers still.
What about your kids?
My kids, it's been an emotional week for them. And it's to see my 17-year-old son talk about going to West Point was without me having to nudge him and say, hey, West Point, you know, you get to go to West Point and you still got to meet some criteria, but it'd be nice for you. And he talking about West Point and the Academy, Air Force Academy, and to hear that without any influence from me is just phenomenal. And my youngest son and my daughter and my wife, the whole family, just talking so highly about it and happy about it. And for a long time, they knew about kind of what had happened and the recommendation, but they, we have to stay quiet, we have to stay quiet. So now they're joyous to just say, hey, now we can tell the story and be with our friends. I came home last night, and it was special to have all our friends, family coming home, and all the kids, my friends, the kids' friends, were at the bottom of the street. They had banners and stuff, and they welcome home, and they were cheering as we pulled around the corner. And they had set up just an array of food in our driveway, decorated our house and our vehicles, and it was a great moment to spend some time with them.
That medal around your neck, do you feel like you now have maybe a higher calling to maybe teach others about your experiences?
I think as a leader in the military, you always have that responsibility to teach others your knowledge and pass it down to generations. But one thing I read in it was a Medal of Honor book, because I was trying to catch up on my history with it and know the most I could. And one gentleman said it's a lot easier to earn than it is to wear. And I just, in my hopings, is I hope I represent it well and do the most positive things I can with it.
A little surreal wearing that?
It is a little bit, but I got great Ranger buddies that keep it in perspective. Hey, don't lose your head, but I won't. It's good.
You said that it's harder to earn or wear than it is to earn, and hope to do as a candidate. What exactly do you hope to do as a Medal of Honor winner?
kind of hard to say most to do. Because there's so much I want to do. It gives you kind of a different perspective. People look at you different. Your voice is heard a lot more. So if there's things that are wrong, I have, or concerns of the lower enlisted, I hate to say it, but easier way into the ears of those who could change things. And so if I could influence other lives, that's my goal, is to both in the community and in the military, is to help out the best I can.
Are there specific things that you can think of that you would want to change, or specific topics that you're thinking about? You know, this is something that I can really get involved in now, and something that I can improve.
There is some parts where I'll be going with my doctor to talk to medical students. Was one of the points that was offered up, and I said, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to go and talk to young med students, and if we could get more doctors like mine into the Army, then I'd be happy to go talk to med students and share with my experience of the medical process, which was phenomenal in my words. But there's so much to do, and I'm of course only one person. There's still 83 besides me and Salvatore Genta recipients still alive that I know they've done so much throughout their lives that but I'm gonna when I finally get a chance to catch up with them, if there's offers that are given to me to do stuff and I can't fulfill them, I'm gonna hope that the offer will stand for them.
Has there ever been a moment, either before or after, where you thought, hey, I just wish they didn't choose me? You know, like, thanks, but no thanks. I know you don't get to say no thanks, but if you could if you could have controlled the thing, is this what you would have wanted, or?
I don't think anybody wants. I mean, as a young private or a young officer, anybody enlisting in the military, you always look at it as the coveted award that, oh wow, I'd love to have that someday. But then when it hits you, you're like, oh man, it's like a ton of bricks, and you're like, wow, I got the whole world looking at me now, and the best you could do is what I'm doing, is saying, hey, look, I'm going to take it and use it for what I can to make things positive. And so I don't think anybody, honestly, when it hits myself, I guess I can only speak for myself, but when it hits you, you're like, wow, it's surreal. You almost, at the same time you want it when you're young, when it actually hits and you have it, you're like, wow, this is a lot, but the positive impact that you could do with it is what keeps me taking it every day, as it represents those who paid the ultimate sacrifice, and it gives me an opportunity to help those living today and still serving our great nation, those who have served before. I think for a little bit it's going to be awkward, just because it's hard to go places without, hey, can I get a picture? And one picture turns into 50. But I got my mind set on what I'm doing. So at the most time, I'll have to say I'm sorry. I got some important work to do, and I don't think it's going to change. It won't change me and how I help soldiers. So it'll be the same.
We saw a lot of what you said with President Obama and meeting you, but what did he say to you that didn't make it in the papers that surprised you?
Oh, well, he was signing the citation. I noticed he was left-handed. So I was looking over his shoulder, and I said, how do you, I'm new left-handed, so how do you write without smudging everything all over your hand against the palm? And he says, oh, well, he showed me you either angle high, and he said if it's something important, I'll put a piece of paper down or a napkin. So he gave me that insight into left-hand community, which isn't too large, but he's a great man. And the thing that surprised me was so many of my fellow Rangers came up and said it was awesome that he took the time after the ceremony to come into the Blue Room and meet all of us and sign all of our programs. So for me, that was that was great, knowing that he took the time with such a busy schedule with the whole budget thing going on. And so it was great. I wish we had time to meet Michelle Obama, but she was dealing with something very important as well, Betty Ford's funeral. And that was one of the things we had talked about on the first call when he first called me and told me about the approval and the invite to the White House. Was I told him to tell her, Mrs. Obama, thank you, First Lady. Thank you for all she's doing with the military and their families, because it's not only the soldier or the service member who serves, but it's the entire family who is involved.
How did you meet your wife, and how did she respond to your injury? And